Welcome to the Comics and Collectibles conversation with myself, Dr. Fidgetal, and also Cali Comics. How's it going, Daniel?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. It's been an exciting day with the Boba Fett drop, and yeah, been a busy weekend, so can't complain.
Fair enough. Yes. I'm glad I landed something good on that as well. Not the special edition, but hey, I landed a good mint, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
And today, what we're going to do is we have a special guest, Mr. Bill Gardner, who everyone in the VeVe community knows. And, we have an exciting conversation lined up with him, talking about his journey. We're going to talk about Earth 2 and learn a little bit more about that. And also, him becoming, buying those minority shares in VeVe and kind of how that happens. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Mr. Bill. Hey,
Hello.
Bill, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Good.
I put my
Welcome,
VV hat
welcome to
on
the
just so
show.
we can
There we
match
go.
up.
Yeah.
I'm
Now, what
I'm
mint do you got
feeling.
there, Bill?
I'm wearing 224 today, but I also have, I think, 446.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm jealous I can't join in. I was gonna get my love Miami Dolphins, and I've got a Miami Dolphins cap somewhere, but I'm guessing they're not in the they're not in it today, are they?
No, they are not.
They
No,
are
they are
not.
not.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So Patriots and Seahawks. So, Bill, I know that we talked about this offline, but who are you rooting for, Bill?
Well, I'm a Patriot at heart, so I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Fair enough. And I'm going to go with the Seahawks because I am not a Patriots fan.
Okay.
But it really doesn't matter because in my heart I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
There you
So
go.
there's that. So and we both talked about, so I'm originally from the Cleveland area, and Bill and I were had a brief chat in regards to that a little bit earlier today. But Bill, we're excited to have you on because you are one of those people. You are always in spaces. You're always helping people and sending super chats and just a positive energy. So I wanted to, for those who don't know you, would you mind kind of introducing yourself and kind of like how you found VV, and we'll go from there?
Yeah. So I came in first into Earth 2 through Randy, and a friend of mine. Really, it was before I came into Earth 2 before Randy. Probably the same time as him, but I didn't know about him at the time. And a friend of mine was like, "Hey, do you want to purchase some digital land? They're selling digital land online." And I'm like, "Well, I already buy real estate." So I'm like, "Digital land, that's an incredible idea." Um, and I can have digital, I could be a digital landlord. And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm looking into this project. I've been seeing ads all over online about it." And I'm like, "Okay, click." And I just bought it. Just okay, I'll buy it right now. And he's like, "Whoa, we got to like investigate this thing." And I'm like, "No, I need to be a landlord in the digital metaverse." Like, I already know what it is. I don't need. They sold me. I'm good. So I started buying bits and pieces of land all over the world, and I wasn't going really heavy at first. And then before you know it, I started accumulating more and more and more. So I think now I have like, I think 50,000 tiles. I forget, but somewhere around
Wow.
there, which is like 1,600 properties. And I have currently like 2,000 servants, digital servants that work on those properties. We'll talk about that
Okay.
later though. But so then I started seeing this YouTuber named Randy um, posting about Earth 2, and I was like, oh, let me check this guy out. So he was all about it. And then as time went on, he also discovered VeVe while he was also talking about Earth 2. And I was like, man, I can buy digital stuff for my digital land someday. Not that they were tied in together, but I thought, I got the land. Now I can get the collectibles. And then maybe someday there'll be some kind of collaboration where I could put those into that. Or maybe VeVe will do land. I don't know. But they kind of made it seem like they might at some point. So I started buying a lot of collectibles on VeVe as well. I actually didn't buy the coin until later on. I think I paid
Okay.
a good amount for it. I only bought like 1 million. It was like 6 grand or something like that at the time. And then I waited, and then I waited till everything just dropped. And then finally I accumulated a decent amount, only like 40 million or something. And my buy-in price was pretty low. It was like 0.0006, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice compared to what
Triple
some
zero
others got
six,
in
somewhere
at.
around there. because I waited and I just accumulated over time, just spent a few $100 here and there, as the price dropped, which it's hard to buy, a falling knife all the time for years.
Yeah, 100%,
I
100%.
was more into the collectibles, So
okay, what was your first collectible?
So I saw Ready Player One, and I had to have the DeLorean Ultra Rare. That was the first purchase, and I didn't get it on the drop. It was just in the marketplace, I think, and I was like, I have to have this, and so I bought it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, DeLorean was mine as well. Daniel, what was your first one?
It was Marty's hoverboard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Gotta have them.
It went coming to invest, but then just went straight into my geekiness and collecting what I loved. So yeah.
I mean, we've always wanted to ride a hoverboard, right? I mean, that was our dream when we were young.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Bill, once you join this journey, so are you more of a just collector in general, or do you hunt mints? Like, what is your collecting style?
I just buy what I want to buy, really. I don't really have any I don't have any set plan. I just I buy, they come out with I'm really excited about this upcoming drop with the Marvel Mighties, right?
Okay.
The Celestials. I don't really know a lot about the Celestials, but I just love the animation and I love the characters. And so I'm going to go for it. I'm probably going to buy a decent amount of them, I would think. I went for the Boba Fett drop today.
All right. I was going to ask you, how'd you do?
I went, I'm always common gang, except for when I want to be common. And then I got the rare today. So,
okay.
But I was able to pick up, so people are just flooring these collectibles in the market.
Yeah.
And I think I got the Boba Fett helmet for $2. And I'm like, I'll take 3 of them. Sure.
I have to say, and again, it's probably giving it away a little bit, but I am stacking those like there's no tomorrow. I think they're just this is the first ever Star Wars movie prop.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think even in the store, I want to say they've sold out about half. I think it was quite a large edition size overall, wasn't it? But I think they've sold out about half, about 2,500 units.
Okay.
And again, even for 25 gems to get what you might get, maybe even the special edition, and then the secondaries, pretty great.
Yeah. So I picked up 3 common Boba Fett too. The character, I think those were like $2 or $3 a piece. I'm like, this is Boba Fett. Like, why would I not buy it?
Yeah, I got fortunate. So, typically when the drops happen on Sunday, we're in church. So thank goodness for, being able to join the wait list early, hit the auto pay button. So I got out of church at about 11:15, and then I looked and it was like SR mint 75. I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Congrats. That's amazing.
Yeah, that never happens. Just FYI. Usually I'm common gang or uncommon gang. It never happens. So, I pulled the lever 3 more times and ended up with a uncommon and common and then the craft. So
nice.
So super excited for that.
Obviously, I know, Bill, you've got some very nice mints in your collection. And so when you do get a special mint, do you chase it, or is it just something that just materializes?
Honestly, like that, about the fire thrower or the flower thrower, right?
Yeah.
I got the number 13. I just saw that on the marketplace and I was like, I can't even believe this is for sale right now. And I just grabbed it because I'm like, why is this even for sale? This wasn't my thinking, because like this was I should say a golden opportunity, pun intended, right? I should say a patina opportunity. There's some in my glove box. So I don't really have a rhyme or reason for it. It's just sometimes when I see something in the market, every once in a while I'll land a decent mint, but it's super rare. I mean, I don't really mint hunt though. I don't look for certain years because I just figure people are already doing that.
Okay. Fair enough. What's been
so Zombie, who's the other guy on my show, he's a mint hunter all day long. So he's always looking for good mints.
Now, question. I know that you guys have your show, so shout out to the show that you guys have. Everyone, make sure that you like and subscribe to both Zombie and Bill Garner, as well as Cali Comics and myself. Like and subscribe. But so, does he mint hunt while you guys are on your show, or does your show not run when the hunt is on? I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, so we do our show at like not so you're the same time zone as me, so 9:30 at night usually. So
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
we don't really ever we don't ever do any drops live or anything. I kind of just
Okay.
pop in with the community when there are shows like Informant. I like his show, so I'll pop in there, or other shows that might be doing it live. I'll jump in there and just support everybody, but we don't go live for stuff like that.
Understood. Shout out to Informant and O'Milly Tees, or Leo
Yeah.
Millie. Informant is a super nice guy. I got a chance to meet him, Bill. I know we were talking about New York Comic Con this year, and I got a
Okay.
chance to meet Informant in person, and I actually won his projector. He had like a projector he was giving away gifts, and I
Wow,
actually won
really?
it. So yeah, so shout out to Informant for that projector. So
That's
yeah, so I
incredible.
was super excited about that. Yeah, yeah. So
Nice.
but so Bill, and I know that you're in some other projects as well, because I see, what's hanging up behind you. And can you kind of walk us through, obviously I know you're a big
Oh
VeVe
yeah.
fan, but what other projects are you in?
So I'm a big fan of London Police. I hold their lowest mint. Daniel knows I got the number 11, which is the lowest mint in their special key card that they have for their community members. So I got that on
Yes.
an auction um, for a charity event that Randy did one year. It was with the
Okay.
California fires. So I didn't even
Yes.
know what I was buying at the time. I just bought it because I was just trying to support the community. But um, I thought I was buying an NFT on VeVe, and it turns out it was,
Hmm.
the key card. Yeah. Yep. So you got one. Yeah. So my
Yeah.
picture for that, I tried putting it in here, but my wife's like, no, no, no. I like that by the front door because it has a key.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense. Okay. So,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
a
actually a
simple
good
little.
idea, Bill. I
Yeah,
appreciate that. That's
it's
actually a good
perfect right
idea.
by the right by the front door. Yeah. So,
Uh,
so I'm in
it,
that,
it
and I also collect art now too because of Evie. So I have some Create works. I don't know if you know
okay.
Create. He's a graffiti artist, and then
No, I'm
obviously
not familiar.
Matt Gondak.
Yeah.
And then I'll also share. I don't have them framed yet, but I'll share a couple special paintings that I just got from London Police as being part of that community. So I just got this.
Okay.
And
Nice.
that is the limited edition Buff Monster collab that they did.
Uh,
There's only 33 editions of that. I got the number 24. So when I get something framed, it takes like a month or so. So I just been showing people off my phone for now. And
yeah,
they also
very
got
cool.
A Morky
Okay.
London Police collab. And that one's about the same size as this one here. So
Okay. I
yeah.
need the Bruce Lee one. That's the one I really want.
I know. I see the
Uh,
Bruce Lee one and I'm like, that would look so good on my wall. But then every time I look, it's like, okay, there's a print, but there's a bunch of them. I'm like, I'll just wait for the right time. Just the right time on it.
yeah. You know what? And for me, this was like, so when I got, obviously my Genesis key, once again, shout out to London Police.
Hmm.
Once I got my Genesis key, it was like the first time that I had got, that phygital piece, right? Where you got
Yeah.
the physical and the digital. And man, like this literally stays in a box on my desk. And I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And I can't wait to actually go and actually go there in person and actually see, their gallery. So,
Yeah. And
and
I
I got into
also,
planets because of them. What's that?
so I never got into the planets yet. That's something I want to do. It's a very cool project. Soon, I haven't been doing much lately because I made that big purchase with VeVe. So I'm like, let me just slow down a little bit here. Buying
So
the shares, but
yeah,
real
so
quick.
speaking of that, kind of walk us through that. So for those that don't know, Bill, why don't you kind of tell us, the exciting news that you have, and kind of how it came about and how you're feeling about it.
So I feel great. I bought minority shares in VeVe. I had an opportunity. Ben Rose, the previous co-CEO was selling his shares or wanted to sell his shares because he left VeVe, I think on pretty good terms. And usually CEOs, when they leave, they sell them off anyway. So um, it was just a matter of time. I think he was holding on to them until he found the right person. Maybe, I don't know. But Randy found out that he was selling them because Randy and him still talk every once in a while. Randy's got a pretty good network like that. And he brought it up to me. He said, "Hey, Ben's trying to sell his shares." And I'm like, "Really? Like, really?" And like, I'm like, "How much?" And he told me the price. And I was like, "That's crazy. Like, really?" And I'm like, "Why are we not buying them then?" And he's like, "I don't really have the money right now," because he was buying so much other stuff. And every time Randy kind of gets money, he's like always doubling down on crypto,
Mhm.
and or buying other stuff. And so I'm like, "Well, I'll buy it. I don't care." And so he facilitated the deal. And yeah, we did that I think early December. So it was kind of hard to keep that a lid on that one. And then obviously David had to approve it. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's obviously exciting for the community, not only to hear about it, but to hear one of the community members bought into the company, right? Someone that has that passion that we all have and that we share. So,
Yeah.
excited to say congratulations,
Thank you.
on buying those shares. And, I know that it has to be surreal. I know there are plenty of us, myself included, that would jump at that if we had the opportunity to.
Yeah.
It would be, my house would be, I'll be taken out alone against my house trying to do that.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
And the skeptic in me, the first time I heard it, I just thought like, why is Ben selling these shares? Like that was my thing. It's like, right, what does he
Yeah.
know? But yeah,
Yeah.
like you say, of course, everyone's got a different situation, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
like Dr. Fidget said, I think if anyone had the opportunity to, of course, you'd have to take it seriously. And I think you said earlier on, I was tuning into Informint, and you said, like I think you said, it's like right timing, right place, but then you still got to
Yeah.
have the balls to go in and push that button. So yeah, fair
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And it also helped Ben. Ben just needed the money, and I
Yeah.
don't know what he does nowadays, but he needed to sell them too. So it was like it helped me, it helped him, and I've done something else like that before, where there was a VV Gold member that needed money, and they were like, "Hey, would you be interested in buying mine? And then maybe I'll buy it off you later on down the road." And I'm like, "Of course, So they were just going through something hard time, and so I did that for them. And that's not to say yay me or anything. I'm just explaining that was kind of the situation with Ben, where he had some things that he needed to take care of, and then it helped him out too. So it wasn't just like all about me. It was helping him and
Gotcha.
helping me at the same time. So yeah.
Yeah. No, very cool.
Yeah.
So now, Bill, how long have you been a part of the community? And like I said, every time, I live on Randy's spaces at 8 o'clock every day. And even my wife is familiar with Randy. She rolls over. She's like, "Randy, yep, this Randy." So it was funny. She finally got a chance to meet him in person when we were in New York Comic Con, and she's like, "He is just super nice." I'm like, "Yeah, Randy is just a really nice guy, right?"
And he's so
But
different, right? At first,
he is.
like, is this Randy? Like, come on, Randy, just be Randy. Yeah.
You
He
know?
was, like, all
Yeah.
standoffish with me at first. He was like, "Hey." I'm like, "Dude, it's me." Like, yeah, super nice guy. Yeah, I like Randy. He's great.
Yeah,
So I've been in since the
yeah.
2021,
Okay.
in May. I
May.
I
Okay.
was following it since April, I think. May no, maybe March. I think I started watching around March and kinda just was basically, just in the background, just watching things, checking things out, seeing what people were buying, and then I finally pulled the trigger in May.
Okay. Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair
been in it
enough.
pretty long.
Mm. So,
Yeah.
now let's kind of jump into, so obviously, I subscribe to you and I watch you
Appreciate it.
on Twitter. And I see that you are always in Earth 2, and it looks absolutely amazing. And I know nothing about the project, as I am sure many of us don't. So,
Yeah,
one of the things we want to kind of talk about was, tell us a little bit about Earth 2, where you see it going, how it's going, and then we'll kind of just jump into, just kind of helping guide me through it on, what to do and, what to look at and things of that nature.
So that's kind of why I have a channel now. Zombie, who people know VeVe Zombie, he was also in Earth 2, but like just put it off to the side a long time ago, and didn't really do anything with it. And I just told him, I said, was offering to the community members in the gold and silver logos, and also in the Akomi groups, if anybody wanted me to help them with anything, spend some time. I talk about real estate and other things. And he was like, man, can you help me with my Earth 2 account? I was like, sure. So we spent an hour on StreamYard, not recorded or anything. And I was just helping him manage his account, go through it, see, learn and teach him all the different aspects of it. And he was like, man, this is great. We should do this all the time. And I'm like, all right. Like, he's like, we should just do a show. And I'm like, okay, we could try that. And then it just kind of like, went from there. But Earth 2 is just a digital twin of the Earth. So
Okay.
Shane Isaac was the founder of Earth 2, created he wanted to create Ready Player One. So he said, well, basically I need to create the planet Earth first, right? And so he made a duplicate twin of it. And at first it was just you just bought these tiles on a map. And so many people in the YouTube communities was like, this is a scam. This is never going to be a thing. You're just buying tiles on a map, right? And he's like, no, this is going to link to your Earth. These tiles they're going to link to the planet, and you're going to own those, and you're going to be able to run around in them. You're going to be able to own property, build buildings, communities, vehicles, all kinds of stuff. And I was like, man, this sounds great. So I bought, and years went by before we actually got to see a product moving along, right? So Earth 2 kind of received a lot of flack from a lot of scam tubers. And Ben Gadenzi was also behind that product as well as VeVe. And as you've seen what happened with VeVe, and also happened with Earth 2, there was a lot of the same stuff. I think there was more of a scam tuber thing going on with Earth 2 than it probably was with VeVe, because VeVe just was selling digital collectibles. So what could you really say against that? But then once Shane released his product, people were like, they kind of were like, oh, I was wrong a little bit, like I didn't really think he was building something. And so I don't know if have you seen any of my streams that I do with Earth 2 at all?
I have, just briefly, where you're like running through and gliding and all kinds of fun stuff.
See, I must
Yeah.
have.
So what I'm
I
doing,
must. Yeah, so I must have seen
Go ahead.
Earth 2. I think I went on there probably about 2.5, 3 years ago, and it was like Google Earth. You could zoom in, you could see the tiles, you could make the purchase. I never purchased at the time. I had a little look, but I'm guessing is it developed quite a lot since then.
oh, it's insane. Yeah,
Okay.
so the planet is there. It's there now, and it's in a testing phase. And he's going by the amount of tiles that you own. So I think the next one's going to be about 30,000 tiles. So for people that have 30,000 tiles, they'll be able to come in and start testing. And so, so Zombie should be in the next round. I think he's pretty close, but I think there's about 400 people in there testing right now. And for those that are testers, you can run around on all your properties. You can run around the entire planet if you want to.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. Is I started off. You got the island of Mauritius at all? It's probably
Say
one
that
of the
again. I'm
most
sorry, you
beautiful
broke
islands
up.
on the planet. The island of Mauritius.
No, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the views are spectacular, right? So
Okay.
I ran around the entire circumference of the island. It took me like, I think, 6 days to do it. And I set a bounty out on myself for the entire Earth 2 community. And I said, every day I do a stream, we're going to start off with 40 tiles. Come stab me if you can. or take my life, and you'll win a free property. And every day that goes by, the bounty will just keep going up and up and up and up. And
Okay.
so I think I got all the way around the island, and it was like day 7 or day 5, 6 went by, and nobody was able to get to me. We had a lot of close calls, though. People were really coming for me, and it was just fun to like run from them, and they'd come out of the woods or out of the water, and the views are spectacular. And so then I finished running around the island, and I'm like, I need another run. So I'm like, I have this property in Peru. What if I started in Peru, like the mountains, and it made my way all the way through to the Amazon River, and then up through Brazil, and then out the top of South America, and it'll be like a 6,000-kilometer run.
I assume you're not
Yeah,
going the speed of a human. It's
I
not
am.
like you are okay.
So, but a full sprint, and then I'm also gliding too with a glider. So the glider makes me go faster.
Okay.
So and then also I can jump off of mountains and glide too if I get that upwards momentum. But the thing you gotta be careful of is you can't dehydrate yourself. You got to eat food along the way, and also I got to
Okay.
not get killed.
With the bounty that you put on your head. Got it. Okay.
With the
So
bounty
it's
that I
just
have on my head. And I think it's around 80 tiles now.
so Earth 2 have created a digital Hunger Games.
I
It's
did. Yes. Yeah. That was
yeah,
the idea.
yeah. That's
So
pretty epic.
so what was funny though, it was and I called the show Kill Bill, right? And so I'm in the mountains of Peru, and at this point I'm like, all right, these guys aren't coming for me. Like I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's no water hardly. And if there's no water, your character kind of can die off, and it's hard to like can keep coming back. So I'm just I'm just making myself a little bit comfortable, right? So what happens is I'm just it's starting to get dark, and I can't really see, and I'm heading up this mountain, and all of a sudden this guy out of nowhere pops up out of the desert in the dark and just spears me straight through. And I'm like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And he's like, dude, I waited for you in this spot for an hour. And he's like, he was watching my stream, and he pivoted himself in the dark desert of Peru in the middle of the night and just waited for me. Yeah, so I got people just plotting out and waiting in different locations for me along the ways. That's pretty funny.
So and how have they done it then?
Uh,
So is it all terrain? So is the terrain similar to what Earth actually is? But then, like you said, you
oh yeah,
actually
it's
build.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now,
are you able to pull up their video at all, or no?
so that video, and I'm gonna have to ask you to, is this it? Oh, hold on. Oh,
So
there we go. Because they had a few, like when I clicked on the thing, it brought me to this.
yeah, so the one, so oh yeah, so pull up the one that says 732 under popular videos. It's only a 7-minute video, but it'll get people to see what the terrain looks like.
Okay,
It's
fair enough.
awesome.
All right.
And it'll give you a
Let's do
full
it.
sneak peek. And the music's awesome too. And the
How many
water looks so good.
how many people, like, compared to our VeVe community, is it similar numbers that are in there, or
There's probably 100,000 in Earth 2, I would think,
really? Okay.
that are still checking their accounts. Um, they're not like super, into a lot of things, but there's probably, I'd say probably 10,000 that are, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Bill, really quick, while this is running, so you mentioned obviously you have your tiles. You got in early, right? So these tiles,
You can
what
still
are the
get
price?
cheap tiles in
So you
some
said, okay,
places. Yeah,
And were
yeah. Look
all
at that water.
tiles available? Could you get a piece of the White House, or were they?
America's tough. That one went quick, and those are really expensive. But most of the other world is reasonably priced.
Okay.
now, Bill, I know that you mentioned having servants on your tiles and that. So, when you're talking about, you said that you have servants. Now, do they have the cars and everything now, or is that coming later?
There's no cars in there yet, but they're going to show you that they can be dropped right now. He's just waiting. You'll see the buildings later in this video. Right now he's just showing you the terrain, some of the different. Oh, wait do you see? Yeah, wait do you see some of this? And there's gonna be dinosaurs. Oh, I just let the cat out of the bag. But once it started off as a survival, and then it goes to buildings and cities and different things.
I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take.
So, Bill, did you have a strategy when you were buying land, or you just relying
like I
just
am in
buy where I can buy?
This is cool. I'll buy this.
Now, what about your avatar? Can you bring one in, or do you have kind of like a general?
They sell
one
the
use?
sickest skins. Their skins are so good. You can't load them to your avatar just yet. They allowed that function and they took it away for testing, and then they're about to bring it back. But the graphics on the avatars are so good. Look at that water. And you can dunk under that water like that, and you get that visual as you go underneath.
Really?
And I do it on stream all the time. Some of the cars. All environments, all terrains. Very cool. Got ships.
And for this project, just to consistently run, I know that, like you said, it took a while for you to actually see the actual progress as far as like the land and everything. I can only imagine what it's going to look like in 3 to 5 years. What are your thoughts behind that build? Like, what are your hopes in regards to the next 3 to 5 years for this project?
This project's going to be a good one. You can advertise, as you can see in your cities. There's resources you can mine. All the vehicles and everything generates from your properties.
Okay.
Your crypto that you use, called Essence, is the electricity for everything in the game. So there'll be people that they're just power people. That's all they do is sell people power.
Okay.
To power their cities. It'll be like the illuminating company. There's so many different strategies you can use in this, different ways to capitalize. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but it's different things you can do with the things that you have. The crypto, when it evaporates out of the ground and you collect it, that's used to make these guys. It gives people life, creates life for all the servants, characters, and then when you capsulate it into crypto form, it's then used for the power.
Okay.
So is there anything on their roadmap about having NFTs, whether it's licensed or their own NFTs, actually having them in Earth2 as well?
So at first, Shane, I think we know it's coming at some point. But right now, Shane's creating his own IP.
Yeah.
All the skins are created by Earth2 currently. And this part's cool. Watch this. Recognize that? It just gives you a little teeth right there.
It's pretty exceptional. The fact that you say it was a guy called Shane that's created that. It's like he's literally digital god. He's pretty
right. Yes, he really is. I mean, and he didn't want to give away all his money to licensors for the products at first. I'm sure they'll bring that in later. As more people want different things. But he wanted to earn money on his own skins. Yeah. And the skins are so good. Like, they're super detailed. And that's saying a lot. I'm a VeVe guy, and they're spectacular. Wow. Spectacular. So I'm really excited about the project. You guys check out my show every once in a while, and you'll see me running around. and I make sure I concentrate on the views. I mean, I'll sit there sometimes and just watch the sunset and watch the sun come up and the
Right,
moon
okay.
and the different phases. It rotates around the Earth, or actually, there, whatever the orbits. It follows the constellations and everything. It's really something. There'll
Can
be
you
weather
can
patterns.
can you use it in VR at the moment? Can you put a VR adapt it to VR headset
It
or
will, but not right now. No,
yeah?
that's coming at some point. Yeah.
Now, Bill, when you do these streams, is there any certain time that you do them, or do you just kind of randomly do them as you have
So
time?
I do like I said earlier when we were off stream, I do high end residential properties.
Hmm.
And right now I'm not working for I think another couple weeks. I've been off for a few months now, so I've just been streaming around 10, 12 o'clock my time EST just for fun. And then I've also been premiering Infinity Rising as well. It's a different platform. Used to be called Cornucopias. Um,
Oh, I remember Doc talking about that. Shout out
so
to
I do
Doc
those
Bell stuff.
streams too. That game is really cool. It's nowhere near the size of Earth 2. I'm
Okay,
probably more excited about Earth 2 than I am that one, but that one's really cool too. I mean, they're farther along in certain areas than Earth 2. And I just see so much potential through all these companies for digital collectibles to be used, for
gotcha.
their, yeah, there's some videos where um, you can see, in Earth 2, you have condos and apartments and you need to fill them up with stuff. People are going to want artwork from Da Vinci in there, speaking of Elmon X,
Absolutely.
right? Elmon X,
Shout out
right?
to Elmon X. We
Yeah.
got
I
a
mean,
video
they're
dropping for
releasing some
them
stuff.
this week.
Yeah, so did you go for the did you go for the Vitruvian?
Not the latest one. I did not. Only reason being is I have bought something else. So I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to hold off on that
Yep.
for right now. But I do have, like, I did get the David, I have the Starry Night,
Okay. Yeah.
I have a few other ones, but yeah. So what about yourself?
So I got 2 of the Vitruvians. I didn't go
Okay.
I didn't go with the AP. That was
You
just
know what?
it was just too pricey for me. I was like, I don't need to be spending money like that right now. And it wasn't for sure whether or not the frame was going to come with it. It was only if a certain amount sold. I kind of didn't like that. Um,
Yeah,
I also like to pick out my own frames.
fair
So
enough.
that kind of bothered me a little bit. And then the frame was extra. So it was like, I don't know if I really want to spend that on something that's not the real thing. I don't know. But
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
love
Gotcha.
what they're
Gotcha.
doing. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, we Callie and I just talked to him yesterday, so that will be dropping on Tuesday,
Well,
on the stream. But yeah, it's just, amazing what they're doing, and I love what they're doing. And very similar to you, I love that digital piece, right? Getting that physical with the digital, and
yeah.
obviously I have Iron Man Mansion. Shout out to Masteroni, got to keep shouting him out for building that out for me. But I want to be able to hang up artwork. And when I had got, so I got the Michelangelo creation of
Mhm.
Adam, I did
I
the
saw you going
AP.
hard on that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So when my wife saw him, because she knew I bought him, but it's kind of like, my wife like knows I spend money on stuff, but she don't really know, right?
Yeah.
But when it came in and she saw, she was like, man, the quality of this is amazing. So she like ordered frames. I didn't even have to order frames. My wife is
Yeah.
ordering the frames.
Yep.
So it's an amazing project, and I'm glad to see so many of these different projects out here that we can be a part of. And it's nice because I
Yeah.
feel like we're educating each other on some of these different things, because I have to admit I'm kind of upset with you, Bill,
Mm.
for showing me this Earth 2, because I feel like it's going to
Mm.
get a good chunk of my money now.
That's all right.
So
Well, I got your first property on me. So
fair enough.
I'll
And
send you
I'm going to tell my wife, if she gets mad, I'm
and
going to
you
say,
too,
talk to
Daniel.
Bill.
I'll send you guys.
Yeah.
I have a special island called Omi Island. And
Oh,
I'll give you guys each a property if you're interested.
Oh yeah.
oh
So
man, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of people there. Tammy, Sanjay, Randy's got a couple huge plots there. There's a lot of people from VeVe are there.
Okay. Now, Bill, I will say typically during the week, I typically work like an 8 to 5, so it's hard for me to get onto those. But
Mhm.
if I get some time, I definitely want to jump on stream. I would love to kind of explore the island like take the time out and really see what you're doing rather than just kind of, as
Oh
I'm,
yeah.
slowing down. Because I think that from what I saw and, obviously the videos that you have, this is something that I would definitely like to get into.
So I have
Typically,
a property
go
on
ahead.
Mount Everest. It's like this guy was like, Earth2's never gonna build anything. I'm selling my properties. I'm out of here. I'm like, great. What do you got? What do you got for me? He's like, I got some Mount Everest. I'm like, yeah, okay. Who owns
I'll
a
take
plot
it.
on Mount Everest? Right? I'm like, how much you want? He's like, I think at the time he was like, how about $100? I'm like, $100 for Mount Everest? Yes. Yes. Right now. And right. And then I think he thought about it later and he was like, why did I do that? Because then they released everything. So now I got 2 plots on Mount Everest, right? And I climbed it the one day. As soon as I got access, that's where I first went, basically.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It took me 3 lives to climb it, where I died of not exposure, but dehydration. But it just took forever to climb to the top of it. And obviously, I was moving faster than a normal human because I was using my glider to go up. It took forever, right? From the ground. But once I got up there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave my avatar up here. I'm just going to leave the body here. And I just killed myself and left the body. And then I'm like, that's it. The Gardner's up here forever. I just
Fair
thought it
enough.
was, fitting.
So now, Bill, quick question for you, and I know that we're getting close to time, but I have to
Yeah.
ask, like, so cheaper tiles compared to the most expensive ones, like, what is the range of a typical tile?
So I paid out that bounty to that one guy, Kenobi. He's a big member in the community. I gave him an 82 tile plot, and it was like
Are you
18
talking about
bucks.
Obi-Wan?
What's that?
You Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or is it different?
No.
Different Kenobi?
Kenobi, he's in the Earth2 community. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and he I gave him an 82 tile plot next to one of my bigger areas on the island of Mauritius, right by the beach, and it was like 18 bucks. And 82
Okay.
tiles is a pretty good size for whatever you want to do. So that to me, that's not too expensive,
So okay.
Now,
So
go right ahead.
to get in, then if you want to just even if someone want to dip their toe, you're not talking hundreds or thousands. You can go in something very modest
Yeah.
price.
Yeah. I mean, you can get all you really need is 100 tile plot. You can get a T2, which is it's just your was what I'd buy right about now. And like you could be in there for about 20 bucks. And buy a couple of those in different places that you like, and you could set up your little areas. Now, is it going to be a giant city? No, it's going to be a property that you can do everything you want to do, like pull resources, raid people. There's hundreds of thousands of people that came into this game when it first came out. So now you can raid their properties because they're not there, and the ether comes out of the ground. And you just go over their properties and you just collect it. And then you go back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have robots doing that for me all day long, every day. And they just collect crypto all day long for me on people that left the game. And I'm like, thanks. Appreciate you. So yeah,
Right,
it's not a
Bill.
lot to get in.
So what I'm going to tell you now is we're going to have to do a part 2 of this because
absolutely.
I need to walk through and buy some stuff. I need some land.
Yeah,
Right.
and it is
now,
reasonable. It's not overpriced. Yeah.
now, if I were looking for land on here, because I'm in the marketplace, is that where you buy land at, Bill? I would imagine.
No, I'll help you. It's going to it'll take some time to explain, but we'll just go somewhere and we could do it in E2V1. And what's cool is that because I'm in there, we could literally go there and you don't have to look at this topward or this downward look satellite imagery. I'll just go to there in the game and you'll be able to see what it looks like from the ground.
Perfect.
And you say, okay, I like this property. I like this, and we'll say, okay, we can pick this out and we'll just make a whole show out of it.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Then
we'll buy your first property.
Sign me up as well, because I'd need some help. But I'd be, yeah, I'd want to dabble. It sounds like I need less stress in my life, and feeling that I'm being raided by probably you, Bill, while I'm not there. But I'm sure you can teach us the tricks.
It's easy
How
not
we
to get
can-
raided. You just got to
Yeah.
click on your property once a day to collect your ether. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds really intriguing.
Yeah. No,
You know,
it's cool. I love the project.
You know what, Bill? I think what I really like about this project, especially right now, I think what really intrigued me is like you running through this beautiful scenery. Because like obviously when I'm working, I'm listening to smooth jazz, and you're trying to do everything to relax. And I feel like when I was watching you run through these videos, it was almost like that, right? It's
Mhm.
just it's almost like going on vacation, where you're just exploring the
Right.
beauty of this land
Yeah.
and just that calming moment. So shout out to you for
Appreciate you,
helping
bro.
us with this project and helping us get onto it.
Yeah.
I think
So
what
I'm excited.
also,
I'm excited, Bill.
yeah, I think what I always appreciate as well, like obviously the guys behind Earth 2 and David and Dan at VeVe, these are obviously absolute visionaries in our space. But I think
Mhm.
if they can get this far and they've survived, that's utter validation. That, I know there's no
Yeah.
guarantee that it's going to take off, or whatever it may be, but just with all
Yeah.
the platforms we've seen go down for whatever reasons, and to see these still absolutely killing it is unreal.
And I want to add something too. Do you see this screen you got pulled up right now?
Mhm.
Do you see how fast things are moving right there? You know what
Yeah,
that
Is that
is? Those are
that's it's
things that
definitely
are happening in the community by people right now. You
so?
tell
What
me how many people. You tell me
they're
how many
what?
people are in on the community. Watch how fast
What?
that's
yeah.
moving.
So what's
Milliseconds.
that? Is
That's
that
people
is that
purchasing. That's all purchasing, and they're buying stuff. They're collecting ether. Every single thing that's done in the game comes up on that taskbar, and that's happening right now in real time.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it kind of gives you a feel. Are people active in the game? That shows you right there they are.
that's his heart, like that's his heartbeat, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It's just showing you collecting ether, buying jewels, flipping this, buying this, running around in here, clicking different things, and it'll show up on this taskbar, and it's just thousands of people doing this all day long.
Yeah. Or is 98% of that your bots going out there killing everyone and raiding? Is that?
Yeah, those are side droids rating too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, all right, Bill. I know that everyone wants to get to the game.
Yeah.
So while
Happy
we're
Super Bowl,
closing
guys.
out, Bill, yeah, and we appreciate you coming on. And once again, congratulations on all the success and all the
Thank
different
you.
projects that you're in. But Bill, if you were to, so now was like final words, and then also please share your socials so people can like and subscribe to your page. But also just some finishing words you would like to leave upcoming collectors and collectors with in regards to their journey, or any advice that you
Yeah.
have.
Well, I'm gonna say, coming in as a real estate guy, it's always about cash flow. Don't overextend yourself. Always create things that create cash flow for you. That's probably the biggest advice I could ever give. Um, a lot of people just want to be able to buy and sell and flip things, but do something that brings in cash to you every day, and then you'll see retirement sooner than you think. Um, and also, you guys can follow me on Bill and Zombies Metaverse. If you think the VeVe thing, me buying the shares was a big announcement, I've got bigger announcements to come.
Now, okay. Okay.
Just the beginning.
Excited to hear about this. So when will we get it? When will we get a little sample of that, Bill? When are we
As
looking
soon as
to
I get a
drop some
signed
information
contract.
soon? Okay. All right. Fair
See,
enough.
look, my skeptical brain's working again. It's like, what's better than VeVe? Like you're scaring me now.
We'll see. In due time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Brilliant.
fair enough. I feel like we all have some things that we're working on.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. Also, shout out to DGC with
Yeah.
Daniel and Chris and Scotchy, and what they're doing is absolutely amazing. So the
Yes.
digital grades, I do love getting my collectibles graded because I'm a mint hunter, very similar to Zombie. Shout out to Zombie.
You.
So But Bill, once again, we thank you for coming on. We are excited for our next stream with you to kind of do more of a deep dive into Earth-2. And
yeah, and then maybe we'll connect our streams or something, and then I'll walk you guys through it. I'll be in game, and you guys can literally just ask, and we'll put aside some time. We could spend a couple hours doing it. I don't care, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Zombie's great guy. If us four jump in, I'm well up for that.
Yeah, you got it. Let's plan it.
All right, and
Thanks,
your
guys.
socials, Bill?
B Gardner on X. I think I forget the actual line, but people will find me. I'm a little troll everywhere.
And Daniel, any last words you want to leave the community with?
Oh yeah, no, I've just again, yeah, thanks Bill for coming on, and thanks Dr. Fidgetal for having me on as well. I just wanted to know a bit more about Earth-2, and it's significantly better than I thought, and not that I thought it was going to be anything less, but really good.
And I'll add, there's 0 loading screens the size of a planet. That's crazy.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Like, to be able to run straight through a planet with 0 loading screens is insane. When you think about we played Zelda back in the day, and things would just come in, and they do that for a reason, because of the amount of information, So we'll check it out. Okay, guys.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, we appreciate it, and collectors, thank you for tuning in for another stream of comics and collectibles conversation. Shout out to our guest Bill Gardner, and just remember, collect what you love and connect with the community around you, because that's the best way to collect. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and go Seahawks.
Yeah.
Patriots.
See you guys next stream.
Patriots.
Yeah.